This is so weird. So weird. What's going on, YouTubers? Or YouTube watchers? Or what's going on, all my subscribers? What's up? Anyway, Kobe Mercury Clark here, obviously, or, well, you're already on my channel, so anyway, enough about that. Obviously, you can tell this whole COVID lockdown thing's got me going a little... decided to do a challenge for myself today. I'm going to be using this old Fujifilm S700/S5700 camera, 7.1 megapixel, only shoots JPEG, kind of to prove a point. You don't really need the latest and greatest cameras, and I keep stressing this point, and I'm gonna crank out more videos to drive this point home. Drive the point home. Anyway, okay. This lighting is terrible. Let me go over here. Let me go over here. There we go. That's better. All right. So, with that said, what I'm going to be taking a picture of, just sort of like a product photo thing, whatever. Probably going to throw it up on Instagram, so the megapixels and all that stuff doesn't really matter. Now, once I take the picture, I will show you the actual JPEG out of the camera, and I'm going to show you why learning editing is numero uno importante. Importante. I don't even know if that's a word. Probably is in the Urban Dictionary. Anyway, okay, so this light bulb, and now this light bulb's insane. I don't even remember exactly where I got this from, and now the lighting's terrible, so let me move over this way so you can see the light bulb a bit better. There we go. Look at the inside of that. That's insane. Like what kind of what light bulb is this? This is crazy. It's like all industrialized inside and stuff. It's insane. Anyway, it's I don't know, Noma 43 watt light bulb. I even went to Home Depot because I wanted to get a replacement for this bulb, and the guy looked at me and he was like, "What is that? I've never seen a light bulb like this before. I don't know. Our light bulbs are over there. I don't know what to tell you. Can I have it?" I'm like, no, man, I'm gonna hold on to it, man. I want to try to find a replacement because this thing is just super cool. Anyway, all right, I'm going to bust this thing out. Just like that. Take this light bulb, clean around the top here. Actually, I'm going to clean the whole thing because it's really filthy. It's been sitting here for a long time. And then I'm going to take some shots, and I will show you the straight up JPEG and the editing after the fact to show you how important it is. No matter what camera you're shooting with. It could be an old flipping camera like this old thing, or it could be the latest and greatest, but that's not going to make as much of a difference in regards to how your photos come out if you don't know what you're doing. You can know what you're doing and use something like this and still get a BAM result, or you can use the most insanely advanced camera in the world and if you don't know what you're doing. So let's get right to it. Blah! I rubbed the lettering off of it. That's not good. Alright, well, rub the letters off. Now I'm never going to remember what it was. Not that it should matter. I mean, what am I going to do? Find a replacement? I already tried that. And the guy at Home Depot wanted to keep the light bulb? It's terrible. Alright, so now it is a completely nameless... I just de-logoed a light bulb. That is cool. I mean, people in the automotive, community, they do that. They de-logo their car, right? So that you don't know what it is. So I just de-logoed a light bulb. That's fantastic. Alright, well, let's just get to the shooting part and get this video done. Alright, so basically I'm just taking a shot of the light bulb here, as you can clearly see in the video, and I just used a vise to hold the light bulb in place. I very, very, very gently held it at the very bottom, locked into the vise, and for the black backdrop,
which I did not actually have, and it was daylight and pretty bright, but I wanted a black background. So I found a winter snow brush for the car, and I just basically propped that up against the vise. And now I didn't want the black backdrop. So continuing on from there, what I decided to do was just take some shots with the light coming through the light bulb itself, so you can get a better clear uh, image in regards to the inner workings of this light bulb. And then at the very end, I just did a quick overhead shot in macro, and just basically went from there, and just a super close up here with the cars on the driveway going through the light bulb, or the light bulb focusing on the car. You'll see what I mean in a minute. All right, so now looking into this wonderful imagery. On the left side here is the original JPEG that came from the camera directly, and on the right side is the edit that I made. Now, this one here, what I basically did was I crushed the blacks, crushed them, just to make it really dark, which was the whole point of me putting up the winter snow brush car thing. And this one, and I also cropped it just a tiny bit here just to get rid of this area along here. Now I also did a bit of cleaning up on the image as well. Let me go in here. Yeah, just a tiny bit of cleaning up, a little bit of color manipulation. I got rid of some of the specks, little speckle areas, and some ambient things that I realized were in there at the after the fact. And as you can see here, I did clean up the image just a tiny bit. Didn't want to overdo it. There is some noise. Camera's really not a high ISO camera, so I mean 400 produces a lot of noise. Moving on to the next photo. Let's do it. So this one here, look at this original one, eh? Oh, what? That's sweet. Anyway, yeah. So that one. It was way overexposed. I did some interesting JPEG conversion stuff in DxO. Now, what I found interesting was this effect that I ended up with here inside the actual light bulb. Basically, this is because the JPEG artifact and warpage and all the overexposure and everything that's all within this area here. If you look over on the left side now. All this overexposure, I mean, like this turned crazy. I'm not even sure exactly how all that happened, because I didn't add any textures or any, anything like that. I did add a film filter. However, I did not add any of the textures like textured paper and all those other things that you can add. I didn't do any of that. Moving on. So this one here, I just basically cleaned up the garbage over here. But then I was like, you know what? And I did a bit of color correction as well. And then I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not going to use this one. I also cleaned up the light bulb as well, just to make it nice and smooth. Nice and smooth as funky. Oh, sorry, if you don't know that track, it's an old hip-hop track. Yes, I'm a hip-hop fan. All right, there you go. Little secret for you. I may still use this one. I might just crop this edge here and then take this light post out. But, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, you can see there's a remarkable difference between the two images. Again, this one is the one that's straight out of the camera. I corrected the exposure, brightened up the highlights a bit, just gave it a bit of extra contrast, just so you can really see the outline of this light bulb. However, again, there is a lot of noise. I'm at ISO 400. You know what I mean? So, unfortunately, yes, it is a shortcoming of the camera. However, for something like Instagram, this is absolutely fine. Now, the one I did overhead, yeah, it was completely out of focus. I couldn't do it. Now, this one, I gave this specific look, just because of the fact that this just looks so, I don't know, like Nikola Tesla electrification, it just looks like some crazy contraption, but from back then. So I wanted to give this some kind of something different instead of just this on the left side. That's just, what is that? That's, it's like a snapshot. And then, pow! On the right side, you know, this has art. This is art. This is art. This is a nice artistic interpretation of the inside of this light bulb. And remember, I did all this with this camera. The only difference between these two images is the editing. That's all that's all it was. So with that said, there you go. Learn editing. Take your time. It's a long process. As with anything in photography, it takes a long time. It's a constant learning curve. But once you get there, oh, it's sweet. You can make magic happen instantaneously. Well, maybe not instantaneously, but you know, you can make magic happen. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I hope this video helps you out. If you like the video, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe unless you're already subscribed. And hit the bell so you get notified when I pump out some new content. Pump it out. And you'll see me on my next video. Before I'm actually out, if you have any suggestions or anything you'd like me to go over, leave a comment. Let me know about it. Email me, contact me, whatever. Get a hold of me somehow and let me know. All right, now you're going to see me on my next video. I'm out.